Bring them all near. Sing out our songs for the whole world to hear. This is the cradle of all that we are. This is the heart of the storm. This is the ground where the future was born. This here is Anvil and this is our home. Each song that we sing and each story we tell, each hero we name and each life that we sell, each breath and each beat of your heart is a beat of the drum. Give me drink in my cup and friends who will share it, song on my lips and ears that'll hear it, fire in my eyes to light all the good people I see. I tell you, my friends, there's nowhere that I'd rather be. Before 10 in the morning, we're barely alive. We're like ghosts, we're like spirits, and then coffee arrives. Then heroes awaken and stand by your side. Now gather your courage and sing out your pride. But the storm will not break us, although it may try. The sun may be down and may bake the world dry, but we stand by our neighbours and raise them up tall. Gather your voices and scream out the call. For you are my empire and you are my hall. For you I would fight and for you I would fall. For you are the beat.
We're live. Yeah. Definitely. So yeah, we're live. Hello everybody. Welcome to whatever this is, I guess. Oh, I don't know. I think you might be muted. No, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I shall make the joke again. LARP Chat 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, that goes in with the Extreme Makeover 2 LARP Boogaloo.
Yes, that'll be good. Other half is currently... She's at work until 7:30, and then she's on her way back, so she might stick her head round the door.
That's cool. We'll say hi.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, so thanks for subbing, Mr Digby.
No problem.
Thanks for raiding Dolly with 11 people. Thank you so much for popping by. Hopefully,
not done.
Yeah, hopefully everybody will enjoy. Oh God, they've now got to sit down and watch us. This is going to be painful for everyone involved.
That'd be fine. I nearly did /hoist Hefty Yeti, and I have no idea what the hell that would do. Like, raise you up about 6 foot. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't unmodded Bolum. It's every now and again, like none of my mods will turn up, will be here. So, and I know Bolum is good at doing that.
Bolum is.
I just
himself as a good mod.
He's good. I've so much time for him. Take it back. I will do eventually.
Can't escape now.
Next year at some point. But I think we got Helen. I don't know. Stuff's going on, but I don't know what's going. You've given in too much power. I have fun. I really, really have. So, hi Mark, how you doing? So yeah, this is going to be a sort of continuation of the last time we chatted, because
we ran out of time.
We could have gone on for so much longer, so much longer. And that was before E2 happened.
Yes,
and
which I was not at, but I heard a lot about. So I am keen to see whom you come back as.
Yes,
as to whether we'll get you back as Mac, or whether we're going to see you as someone else entirely.
I'm going to be someone else entirely.
Are you? Okay,
yeah.
Did you hear back then?
No,
okay.
I've not heard back, but I've kind of accepted
You made the decision.
I still haven't clicked on your character is dead yet. I can't do that. That's a little bit too much for me at the
Big
moment.
step at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to get Helen to do it for me at some point when I have heard back, and that. So, but yeah, I don't know. I've got lots of options out there, and quite a few people want me to join their groups, which is quite nice.
Always nice to be wanted. It's always nice to kind of have that reformation of the fact that when your character dies, you've got lots of people coming, come and play with us. Come and play with us. We want you.
Yeah, it's been really really nice, and I'm not used to it because the whole anxiety thing is just it's just like, well, now I'm dead, no one's going to want to know me, and all of that sort of stuff, and everything's sort of gone.
It does kick your ass a little bit of.
Yeah.
I get the same thing occasionally whereby I think that people are hanging out with me because they're too rude to tell me to fuck off. They're too polite to tell me to fuck off.
Please, I would just tell you to fuck off.
I know you would, which is why I'm quite happy.
No, it's a real odd one. I've got Nick who plays the Battle Butler. He's coming on next week because he lost a character he'd been playing for 6 years before he played the Battle Butler. So we're going to come on and we're going to have a nice long chat about it all. So
loss and larp and that sort of thing, and how
yeah,
you kind of bounce back. I have the sneaking suspicion that I admittedly have not been playing my flying lead character Josiah anywhere as long as you've been playing Mac, but I have the sneaking suspicion that new kit curse is a thing, and I've bought a shitload of new stuff for Josiah, including this, right?
Yes. So what's your next flying lead character going to be?
I have no idea. This way, I have bought a shitload of cavalry kit, including like a cavalry dress tunic. I've bought / had commissioned from a friend of mine a cavalry guidon, so the actual flag, like the full-scale cavalry flag. I've had commissioned from a friend, which is going to be flying. I'm going to stick it in the ground outside my tent because I'm camping fully IC flying lead next time.
That's cool.
So look for the cavalry flag if you want to talk to me about joining the cavalry. Always need more cavalrymen. And
it hits you hard.
That. Yeah, yes. It's like I'm merely looking at it of the. There's a certain part of me that's like, can't afford to die, both IC and non-OC, because I bought all this kit.
Yeah.
And I'm then going to have to blog it on or get rid of it or something.
For new people in the hobby.
Holy fucking shit. Who was that? Because unfortunately for me, I've just had the thing, my alert box is behind everything for some reason, so I didn't see it. I heard it.
Someone just drops
100 quid.
Really?
Someone's just dropped a ton.
Thank you.
Holy...
Hold on. I've got your stream open on the right-hand side of my screen, so I'm hoping that I will spot it when it pops up. Hold on.
Oh, was it Dolly?
It might have been Dolly. It feels like a very Dolly thing to do.
Oh.
I think it was Dolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dolly.
Oh, Dolly, thank you so much.
I'm going to bring this up now before you ask about it, because Dolly said, ask Digby about his horse.
Okay.
I have convinced Dolly and Bolam to come to Flying Lead to do cavalry things with me. And so, as revenge, I think, they have bought me a horse to ride while I'm at Flying Lead. But it's obviously, real horses are expensive. So they bought me a child's hobby horse.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I will have a child's hobby horse with me at Flying Lead, which I shall stable outside my tent. Like, this is my horse. And we'll just have to massively suspend our disbelief.
That's fantastic. I love that. I absolutely love that so much. Oh, you know what? That would be something like that would be good for Empire, just to like get a get like a big stuffed like a hippo or something like that, and just like put that somewhere. Just
Put
to have
little
that.
wheels on it, kind of people drag you into battle, like with the added effect for the have the squeaking of the wheels. You're like, forwards, my noble steed.
I'm just in Jesus.
Dolly is a very, very
I'm
generous
I'm in.
individual.
Yeah, I'm in shock. It happens. It happens quite a lot. But yeah, this is yeah, this is yeah. I think, fuck me. I don't know what to say. Jesus Christ! But thank you so much. That's absolutely amazing, and hopefully this will give us. It's pushing us towards doing the makeover again.
Yes.
So yeah. So obviously we're doing it for Messi and her brother. Is her brother definitely coming?
Her brother is definitely coming. Yes.
Well, there we go. Then it's a family affair.
Yes.
So
thank you, by the way.
that's so that'll be good, and we'll put that video out for that. So I just people are too nice.
People are very, very
nice.
generous. Yeah.
Really, really are. So thank you so much for doing that. So Biscuit, no, I'm not coming back as an Agenson at all. That's not happening ever.
I think they've kind of got their own like little niche of.
They need to make their own hall. That's literally what they've got going on there. They're like the criminal part of the family. So if they had their own hall, they would do so well. And I think they're
like the Shelbys of the Empire world.
They are. They
Fingers
really,
in all
really
the
are.
pies.
I think it would be. I think that would be amazing to watch. To see them go off and form their own little crime family, a little syndicate like that. I think that would be awesome. I've never once broken a law. Yeah.
I've never broken a law, but I have skated very close to the margins on occasion.
Yes, I have definitely never broken it. No. Yeah, Mac definitely broke the law. That was great.
Dolly 897
you were a drugs
donated
kingpin,
50 pounds.
weren't you?
I didn't realize it was for Messi.
Dolly donated another 50 quid.
God damn it, Dolly! Thank you for your generosity. Now go away and eat dinner.
Yeah, eat, do something. This is yes, they are going to start making offers you can't refuse, Carton. That's awesome. That's great. I really think that the Agensons need to do something like that. I think that would be fantastic to watch, and I think they'll have a great time doing it.
Loan sharking isn't illegal in Empire, is it?
No.
You can do it as much as you like. You just need to make sure that you're... And if anything, the way will kind of help you recover the debt. Because you can claim the person you lent the money to, you were prosperous in lending the money to start with. They're not being prosperous or loyal by not paying it back.
Yeah. But
it's
if
kind
they... loan, those sorts of things did happen. But the people who owed the money just got their characters killed. So it's all gone. It was all gone. So they still had all the money, but no debt. So that's the only downside to it. It's why people have been quite reticent to do anything.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Well, thank you so much, Dolly. You, you're an absolute star. Thank you so much for doing that.
Good. Let's get him into Wintermark. We need well, I suppose let's get him into Empire, not necessarily into Wintermark, because there's already enough Wintermarkers.
If he finds out he likes LARP after flying, well, to be honest, if he enjoys flying lead, then Wintermark, perfect nation for new people. It's really easy to do.
It's easy to get the kit for.
Oh yeah, hey John, need to get my first. Yes, you do need to get to your first Empire event. You just have to. Wow, Mark, that's awesome. Gifted 5 subs.
Thank you, Renegade.
So yeah, loads of people. That's cool. Well, there we go, everybody. After the wedding first. Yeah. Yes. Me and Bowling will drag Dolly to Empire, kicking and screaming if we have to.
Yeah, bring him.
Yeah. Any ideas on...
like a small Digby mafia.
Yeah, I like the idea of these sorts of groups and in-character cliques forming. Out-of-character cliques I hate with an absolute passion. In-character cliques are fun for things to go off and do those sorts of things. And that would be a really, really good laugh to watch all the farmer stuff, especially, go on and everything. Because the boar seat
the big door is if the boar seat's up for re-election, which means that coming 3, I am going to I have written the first draft of kind of what I want to say at the Borst, and I'm going to learn it, and I'm basically going to turn up and be like, this is my spiel, and it's going to end with, you buy this seat, you buy this deck.
Yeah.
You buy this seat, you buy this deck, you buy 2 people who are very good, who are going to cause a lot of fucking problems for you as the Borst seat holder. Buyer beware.
Yeah, because I don't think the Dunnings are going to go for it again.
They won't. Now that I think they've realised that it comes with responsibilities as well as resources, they'll try and probably farm it off onto someone else. And to be honest with you, if they farm it off onto someone else and Alf gets paid, I might retire Alf because he's done what he's come there to do.
Well, has he though? I mean, to be honest, you've done those sorts of things, and you could take Alf and turn him into like the Arthur Scargill of the Empire.
Actually, to be fair, that is a really good point, because I know Ed is trying to get miners' rights for the marchers.
Yeah. So, I mean, doing all of that sort of stuff, that'll give you a huge amount of game, because every single nation has these... Alfred Scargill, yeah. I think that'd be wonderful. I haven't LARPed in a very long time, but I'm finally feeling fit enough again. My improvement on my physical fitness was largely inspired because I wanted to be able to come to Empire. You inspired me, Yeti. That's good, John. I'm glad you're getting fitter.
Good to know.
Mate, that's really, really good. But yeah, you do need to come to Empire. There's no doubts there. You just have to, because you'll absolutely love it. Viva la Revolution. Yes, thank you, Carton. I would love to see that in action, and then could you imagine though, you get that and then you've got union members across every single nation. You've unionized the Empire.
Unionized the Empire. I feel like that is both something to aspire to and something really not to aspire to, because I can't imagine the nobles in Dawn liking that one bit.
Well, no, because I mean, look at the Yo folk.
The Yo folk in Dawn will be. You want to give the Yo folk political representation? Are you mad?
Wow. Yeah.
They control all the money. What do you mean you want them to vote?
That would be awesome. Could you all the Yo folk rising up? Could you imagine Matt P's face?
Isn't it?
Yeah. Could you imagine Matt Pennington's face, where he'll come back in the evening and people will be like, "Well, we need to fix this Dornish problem now." It's like, what's happened? He goes, "Well, Alfred Scargill over there, he's unionised all the Yo folk, and they've risen up and they've killed all the nobles, and now Yo folk have taken over."
It would just be, they'd just be like, the nation of Dawn no longer exists. It's just big marchers now.
Yeah, I think that would be so fun to watch. That would be such a good laugh to see, and have nobody would know how to deal with it. Oh God, no! I can't come and play a farmer.
I don't want to start a Dawn civil war. I feel like that's character goals well above where I am right now. Like I'm at the moment. I'm on get paid the value of my farm, rebuild my life, maybe think about helping other farmers rebuild their farms and rebuild their lives. And I think from there it kind of stems into fight for the underdog. I might take Alf down. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've gone for the Healy route at the minute, and I've done all my character. I redid my character after E1, based on making him a shouty healer.
Yeah.
So I have hero points now, basically to be like, stop being so bloody silly. Get up. Yeah. You're not hurt at all. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Sheep and humans basically the same. Get up.
Dawn apocalypse. Exactly, Mark. A dawn apocalypse. I love it. Sounds like when the Marchers left Dawn. Yep. The whole thing's great. The
mediator route. I'll have to have a conversation with Chris's character about mediation.
Cillian, yeah. Works. So, Arthur Scargill, then. Definitely. It's just... that's who you are. Oh my God.
I think it's a little hat. It's a little quartermaster's hat I wear as Alf.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's the Union uniform. All the people in the Union wear a little hat, so we can identify each other at long distance.
Wow, that's mental. That's brilliant.
I have to work out what I'm doing with it, because I loved the impact that we had at E1. Like, I was expecting to get onto the field and it not to go anywhere, and we got to the end of E1 and it's like, holy shit, we've had a huge impact with not much effort. I'm gonna keep doing this.
Yeah, you did amazingly well. At E2, a lot of people were coming over to look for you.
Were they?
Yeah, because a lot of people. I didn't know who. I didn't ask. I mean, the people before the battle was very much. It's just like, yeah, be back in next season. Just kind of want to see that. And then after the battle, I was just like, don't care anymore.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Yeah. So I mean, because I ended up going home on the Saturday evening. So
I have never really considered, and obviously it's going to happen at some point, but I've never really considered about character death in LARP because, and I'm going to curse myself now, I've never died at a LARP event. Like, I survived. I survived Flying Lead Nightmare. I survived my first Flying Lead event. I survived my first Empire event. I've said this, and now I'm going to go to all 3 of the LARPs. I've got LARPs 3 weekends running. I've got Empire, then Oasis, which I'm really looking forward to, and then Flying Lead.
So yeah, you're dead in all of them.
3 weekends. I'm going to die. I've made peace with the fact my character's dead in Oasis, because the way that the design document is written for that, it basically is, you know, you will die. You will die. Your character will go out some way. Don't fight it. Just embrace it.
Yeah.
So I've kind of hello. Okay. I love you on stream. Love you. Yeah. 11:30 to 7:30 shift. So I figured it would be 7 o'clock shift. So I figured it might be kind of touch and go as to whether Messi would get back before we went live. But I did do everything I promised I would do. I've cleaned the barbecue, I've mown the lawn, I've put some washing on, I've done some stuff with the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I've thought about hoovering.
Yeah, I thought about hoovering today as well. I didn't even get it out.
Yeah, we'll just need to do a lot more. I probably won't stream after this. I'll probably do a lot more housework and just get the house ready for tomorrow.
Yes. So is it family? Is it coming over?
It's just like mates of ours. So just we used to host barbecues kind of every year before COVID happened. So this is the first one in 3 years that we've actually been able to run. Because we were going to organise one last year, but the time that we normally organise it, so beginning of July, middle of July.
Yeah.
We ended up with like the will they won't they extend travel restrictions argument, and because we have people coming in from Europe, it's kind of touch and go as to whether we would bother to organise it, considering that like there is a chance that you get to the day of the barbecue and then the red list slams down on the particular country of choice, and people are like, well, I just won't travel then because it's going to cost me $4,000 to quarantine in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's Salt's just said
that, my other half has bought something like 20 lemon drizzle cakes for tomorrow.
20.
So I'm not going to be short. My other half's new job is working in a warehouse where they occasionally overorder stock. She can get lemon drizzle cake for 30p.
Wow. Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
So
if it was lardy cakes, I'd be all up in that. That would be.
I'm going to, because obviously Messi's coming to E3. When she does, when she's at the at her work, like the run up to E3, I'm going to be like, buy things like those lemon drizzle cakes, and then you can sell them at the event for in-character coin, and we'll make an absolute fucking mint.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Which will help me as Steiner with no fucking jewelry. Rebuild his fucking life.
Yeah, I think anybody does that, because Rabbit had an absolute field day when he set up, because he just set up next to the path. So the layout that we had worked brilliantly. So obviously for E1, the layout I wanted to happen didn't happen because I was still in the queue to get onto site for the second time. But this time round, I got it set up how it should have been set up, and it worked perfectly. Like a little
piazza.
Yeah, it was so good. It worked so well. It was wonderful. But I think, if we get that all sorted... Oh, I've got something in my beard. That's weird. Oh, well. So Salt's just said, I'm going to think about hoovering too tomorrow. I'm looking forward to not doing it. I'm looking forward to a corrupted Alfred Scargill covered in jewellery.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. It's shooting cosplayers. So the little opening picture that I had of Mac staring at a troll was made by shooting cosplayers here. So it's shooting cosplayers on Instagram. So yeah, go check him out.
I don't have Instagram, but I will recommend everyone who does to go and drop a follow.
Yeah, he's really really good. So Messi's character is also your character's significant other then.
I think that's kind of where we're going with it. I need to actually sit down and kind of discuss with her what she wants to do character-wise and what her brother wants to do character-wise. I am assuming she's coming into Wintermark, but I have said to her, you can be whatever nation you like.
Yes. I just need to know.
Yeah, no one gives a shit where you sleep. Like, if you're in my tent with me, it's not the end. No one's going to read anything into that other than, well, they're probably OC, like a couple.
Just not Dawn.
Just not Dawn or something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I don't know. She can go Dawn, and she could be my inside woman when we start the Dawnish Revolution, because apparently that's where this character is going now.
Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, let's overthrow the Empire.
I don't think we're not going that far.
Why not? It'll be a laugh.
Because I think if I start walking around saying I want to overthrow the Empire, the militia are going to come along and fucking murder me.
Nope. Because you haven't actually done anything. Words aren't a crime. You can say stuff, but it's not a crime.
Oh yeah, because threats aren't illegal in the Empire, are they? You can basically say you're going to shank someone, but not actually do it, and you haven't committed a crime. Okay.
If threatening to kill people was a crime, Mac would have lasted 2 years. He would have been executed so long ago.
Okay, gotcha.
So, Biscuit knows some cousins who will do the crimes for you anyway, so that's fine. Patrick said Pat said that she could become a Dunning.
Oh God.
Knowing Messi, she'll be running the Empire by
E4. There we go. Let's do that. Alfred for Empress.
Yeah, definitely. I'd be well up for that. But
Emperor Alfred the Stubborn.
Alfred the Stubborn. It works on so many levels as well. That's great.
That's the thing. I think I'm gonna go for that, because Wintermark Farmer Union was always a joke, but it kind of is becoming more of a actually we should go for this.
Yeah.
I genuinely need to see. The key is I need to get the restitution for my farm at E3, so I can pay off the Crimson Reapers. Because
why? They don't do their job properly anyway.
Well, let's put it this way. I want to. Hello.
Thinking, sweetie.
Yeah.
Can I invite him to the barbecue too?
What are you doing tomorrow?
No idea. I'll have to ask Helen. Helen,
can you make it to a barbecue?
Helen, what are we doing tomorrow?
Yeah. Because if you want to come up, you're welcome to. We can sort it out off stream and everything.
Yeah. See, it's online now, so it's here forever.
Yeah.
It's always here now. I just had for our wedding, I get all the notifications come through and people confirming that by email.
Yeah.
And that
Hey, let me clarify what I mean by pay off the Crimson Reapers, because Bolum is in the chat. Pay my contract for close protection that I've got with them, but it's a set amount. So I need to actually recover the money so that I can pay the contract off. I also want to turn up to the moot at E3 with 2 very large Legist bodyguards standing behind me.
Yeah, that would
and
be...
stand across the Dunnings with crossed arms, not wearing a sword. Like, yep, come at me. I got Leagueish bodyguards, motherfuckers. These guys are good at street fighting. They can take you on.
Yeah, people who come into the moot generally open themselves up to I suppose it's the best way to describe it is it's the negative roleplay effect.
I wasn't thinking of speaking at the moot because at E1, at E1, I was kind of floating the idea unsubtly, simply to just try and put some diplomatic pressure on the Dunnings, and I got jumped by Bayenbroth Hall like as the moot was happening. It was like both hands on the shoulders, and you're not planning to speak at the moot, are you? Because the Dunnings are arming up right now, and I was like, no, I'm not planning to call them out openly in a moot. I've got way more like Machiavellian shit to do before we get to that overtly calling them out in a public space.
And welcome to the Hefty Fan, Messi.
Hey, sweetie.
We can't talk about her anymore. She's here. She's watching. So best behaviour, everybody.
I suppose we can. It's just we're gonna have a delayed reaction in the chat, I suppose, because she'll be like 10 seconds behind.
We know if we've done something wrong because she'll come running through that door throwing a dog at you.
Yeah, there is that.
But and careful, sunshine. Cheers, Bolan. Yeah, that was aimed at me. But if you did your job properly, I'm just saying. No, they put in a clause that morning about Matt.
Oh, there's a specific clause that this contract does not cover the recovery of Matt.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. You've got a reputation.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
You've got a reputation.
It's great, it's wonderful. Despite how I'm realising Digby needs a better webcam.
Yeah, this one's a bit... I mean, this is apparently a 1080p webcam. I don't think it is. I think it's like a 720 webcam.
Yeah. So mine's wonderful. Mine one was a wonderful present from Helen. So for Christmas,
I'll have to get. I mean, use it so infrequently. I should buy a better one.
He's probably saying I'm wrong.
I mean, that is also a real possibility. Like, I am the least technical person in the history. I mean, I'm a fucking Twitch streamer, but I'm the least technical person in the history of the planet. Like, Messi is my tech support.
We're grateful if I do a stream without any technical issues happen. They're so rare for me. So it's like being muted, or like the camera's not working properly, or it freezes and stuff like that. Oh, just going to add as well, the people who have have sponsored some videos of mine for the month, Scroll and Dagger, they've put out 3 little teaser trailers for their podcast Fantasy Play thing that I'm actually in. I lend a voice to it, and I'm an angry dwarf. I'm typecast. And I think it's all getting released on. I think they're actually start putting the first show out on Monday.
Okay, so I'm gonna listen, because I'm gonna have plenty of. Even if I load it onto my phone and I listen to it to and from the site for E3 or for E4, I'm working in my head the LARP events I'm going to. Tuesday. I think genuinely it's 29th, 30th of July.
Yeah.
No. Yes, 29th, 30th of July is E3. Then 4th, 5th, 6th is Oasis. 12th, 13th is Flying Lead. I then have a small break, and then 9th, 10th, 4th, 5th of September is the Victory Show, where I'm going to be manhandling a 17-pounder anti-tank gun. And then...
Very nice.
9th, 10th is E4. And then the Long Dark.
Yes. And I'm running a player event at some point at the end of the year called The Feast. And it's a 2 feet Hurst Hall party. But it will be invite only to start off with. Yep. And then it will go open invite, just so that we can get loads of people there who I know are going to sit down, have a laugh, sing, and enjoy it all.
Embrace it, yeah. Yeah,
so it's going to be like a proper... I'm hoping for a proper like medieval banquet thing.
Oh, that'd be good.
So it's... so that should be good fun. Get that done. That'll be like November-ish, hopefully. So properly... See if we can get a suckling pig or something. Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Would it be down near you?
No. Well, it'll be north of Basingstoke. There was a place where I went for a one-player event. I think it was Icker's Tears or something like that. I think it's near Fleet, somewhere near there.
Okay.
So, but it's a beautiful old place.
Surprisingly large amount of LARP happens kind of in the vicinity of Fleet. I've noticed this. It's all down south. There's nothing up north. I kind of made a mistake moving up to where I am because I've moved away from it all.
But, shouldn't be here. I'll spend all my newly earned job money on LARP stuff.
Do it.
Yeah. Well, no, not at the moment. Don't do it.
No.
Wait.
Don't do it right now because obviously you've got the you're coming to E1 at E3 and you're taking part in the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I did spend some more money on some LARP gear. Other than that, I've commissioned a cavalry saber. You know how new kit curse is a thing? I've gone full bore with Desire.
But if anything does happen with all, and you've got all of that kit, at least you can like display it or something like that for a bit.
Will just become another cavalryman.
Yeah.
Be like, I am no longer.
You're gonna die.
See, you know how I have one cavalry jacket?
Yeah.
I made a mistake with the order.
So you got two.
I have two, and this one's got no rank insignia on it, and it's another rank tunic, so I can literally just turn up as a trooper. Like generic trooper number 8.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Digby heard the news. I got a job from me, and he's like, "So you're saying there's spare money?"
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't have that. I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. It's because I said on the last stream that the job centre wonderfully sanctioned me for going to a job
really?
interview. Yeah, I went to a job interview. And they've sanctioned me for it.
It's the whole fucking point of being.
I know. So they've docked my benefits by like a week's worth of money. So I'm like, wow, yeah, that's not helpful at all.
Really,
yeah,
really stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's not talk politics and all of that sort of stuff because we'll be here forever.
That's not politics. That's human fucking decency. You're doing the one thing you're signed up to do of go to a job interview, and they've been like, nope, fuck you. That's a week's worth of your money we're taking away. It's like, I'm doing the thing you want me to do.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh, that's really, really stupid.
Yeah. So money is so tight this month for me.
Carlix donated £190.
Holy fucking shit!
I didn't see that.
We've hit the 400 quid.
Have we? Excellent! Who did that?
Carolix. Oh my god.
Did someone just drop 190 quid? Holy fuck!
Oh,
Carolix.
I love him so much. I know who he is. And, I'm going to hug him inappropriately at E3. Oh, man. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. That is pretty bloody generous.
Jesus. It's like, I did the tent, and we were just chatting away like this, and then all of a sudden someone came in and just went, "Here you go, 100 quid, done." It's like, wow, that's... oh yeah, have you called the kennels yet?
I have called. I've been calling around. I'm trying to find one to get the dog in. I don't know why. We never had this problem before.
No.
I've never had this issue. Where normally I could call with like a week's notice and get the dog in for like a month, and they're like, "Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just bring him in." Now it's like, nope, not got anything until like the kennel we normally use hasn't got anything until like mid-September.
Really?
It's like, what? Like, I've been calling around kennels like a fucking madman, trying to get the dog in somewhere. And
have you tried calling caller kennels near the Empire Field?
I am actually considering doing that, as in trying to book him into somewhere close, and then we'll just take 2 cars when we come to Empire. We'll go, Esme and her brother will go in one, and I'll go in the other with the dog.
Yeah.
And I'll carry. I mean, Messi drives a Honda Jazz, which is basically a small van, so I'll just load all the big like kit into her car, and I'll carry the soft kit, everything like that, and the atmosphere and everything, because I think it fits better in mine than hers.
Yeah, no hug is inappropriate from you. Cheers, Carolix. You are. Believe me, you've now challenged me. I will make it as inappropriate as possible. There will be cupping,
we'll
I'm sure.
Find somewhere to get the dog into, and if we don't find somewhere to get the dog into, Esme and her brother will come, and I'll sit on the dog, because that's fair, only fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be there'll be people who'll know someone or
someone will know
something like
someone
that.
who is happy to look after the world's fluffiest corgi for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You're not going solo. You'll have your brother with you, sweetie.
Yes. No, you'll have your brother, and we'll be there as well. And
Have your brother, and Hefty's lot are really, really, Hefty's lot are really, really nice. So you haven't got a problem at all. Leo will look after you, Chocomoca Latte, who was really nervous.
Ryan.
I got so much kit envy off his kit.
Ryan's incredible.
Yeah, because he turned up. He was on Thursday and turned up, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not really sure. I don't know necessarily if I've captured the Steiner kind of style, and you'll have to kind of be kind." And he emerged from his tent. He was like super Steiner. It's like, why were you concerned? You're the most Steiner person ever.
Yeah. Yeah, his kit's insane.
I look awful in comparison to you.
Everyone looks
It just
terrible
was
compared to next to him.
Nailed it. Nailed
he
the
really
Steiner
had.
look. It's amazing. Sorry, guys. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear in the Twitch. We're complimenting your kit, mate. It was.
Yeah.
I'm saying how you stepped out the tent just fucking blew me away with how good you looked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll get something sorted dog wise as well. I'm sure there'll be people nearby who
We'll
can
find something.
help.
Yeah.
So all of you will be there. So let's not worry. I mean, if people could start googling dog kennels now around Silverstone just to see if anyone's got a space, we'll have it sorted this evening for you. But we're always talking about you. Yes, we are. But you're a key lifeline for me on E1. So also my lovely significant other is this the point where I'm going to get my first paycheck right before
This is both dangerous and advantageous, darling.
Yes. But you won't need a huge amount from it.
No.
Because the amount of people, the amount of stuff that we got for the two people when we did the first one was incredible.
I was really impressed because I watched, funnily enough, I watched your video on the train back from London, because I have 2 hours a day where I'm commuting into that hellscape of a city where I'm not doing anything else other than sitting on a train.
And you watched my video. How drunk were you?
I watched your video because I was like, I need to watch this because you put a lot of effort into it, and I'd feel bad if I didn't. And it was great.
That's how I get people to watch my stuff. I guilt them.
But it was really good, and I'd recommend people not motivated by guilt to go and find it and watch it, because it was really, really good.
It was a lot of fun.
I was very impressed as to how much kit you actually got.
Yeah.
Like in field for a reasonable degree of cash, particularly considering that I tried those traders and was haggling, and I got fucking nowhere.
I haggled with one, and I got 20 quid off of a really nice top. It was really good for it.
I haggled at 3 traders, and all 3 traders said no, that's the price. One of the traders, I did the classic. They were like, oh, it's 25 quid, and I was like, I've got 15 quid in my wallet, and have the 15 quid. Is that good enough? And they went, no, 25. I was like, all right, I'll put it on the card then. You know, I'm not giving you the cash. You could declare that income, whereas I'm giving you 15 quid. You could not have. I'm an accountant, and I recommend you declare everything you make. But, no, I'll give you cash.
Yeah.
You should, you could potentially not declare. It's up to you. You could potentially not declare that.
No.
Not that I recommend that you don't. I recommend you declare every penny to HMRC.
Thanks for gifting a sub there, Ryan, as well. There you go, Gallon. There you go, Chris. You're now one of us.
Yes.
Oh dear. I just asked if they did student discount, and most of the time got 10-20% off.
Really? That's good.
Digby does not endorse tax fraud. We don't
No, I
condone
don't.
tax fraud
you
here.
you should declare everything, but I'm a man of the world when it comes to accountancy, and I know that people don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but yeah, I mean those videos were a lot of fun to do, and I think it opened. I mean, because I know Matt Pennington's watched it, and
has he?
yeah, and he said he's loved the fact that that it's opened up people's eyes to the fact that you can turn up and you can get everything done in that field, and being 200 quid, it sounds like a lot of money, but for LARP, it's not.
It's pretty good.
It's
for the LARP.
pretty good, yeah. So
It's pretty good. Pretty good for LARP.
how much was that? Or don't I want to know?
In fairness, that was 45 quid.
Oh right,
Which
okay.
I've come from the Second World War reenacting world, where I'd expect to pay 350 quid for a decent set of battle dress, right? So being able to basically go to a trade and they're like, we'll make it to your size, to your measurements, and it'll be as accurate as it kind of can be. 45 quid. I was like, that's pretty fucking good. Like, I didn't realise how expensive Second World War was till I started looking at kit from other periods, and we get screwed trying, because obviously I'm not doing British, or I'm not doing American or German. I'm doing specialist impression, which is British, which I hate. I hate the fact that the British Second World War. I'm going to get onto an entire rant here, so please redirect the conversation after I finish.
I'm about
saying
to, because a good question's just popped up actually, and I like
yeah,
that.
right, let's not get into that. Let's not open that can of worms. Let's leave it closed, and we'll carry on.
Yeah, because I'm going to go on. I'll go on a nice vent about
the SS guys at
cosplay,
the NAF.
not cosplay, airsoft rather.
Yeah,
fuck me, that's so expensive.
Why would you do SAS? Why?
You mean SS?
Oh, what? SAS and SS. Why would you do both of those? There's no point.
No. How much do you need to stay in character at Empire? So if you want, it's dependent on how you mean in character. The kit itself, you don't, but you can get by on very, very, very cheaply. If you want to stay in a tent, you need a bell tent, pretty much, or a canvas A-frame tent, something like that. And they'll go from 200 quid for a really for like a 3-meter bell tent, or up to like
Lidl have one at the moment in their special buy aisle for
they do.
$3.99.
Yeah, 400
which I'm
quid.
really tempted with, even knowing that I own a bell tent, because
it's a
fucking
5-meter bell tent as well. A 5-meter
really
bell tent for 400 quid.
Like, big bell tent, 400 quid, which is really good.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. I'm really
tempted.
is.
I am tempted, even though I already own one.
Yeah, I'm tempted as well. I have to admit, I am very, very much tempted by that. But yeah, so it's down to what you wanna, what you mean by staying in character. So, but if it's the tent, tents are expensive. Unfortunately, you can rent one out. That leads me on nicely actually, because when I was chatting to Matt Pennington, and I said to him that I'm looking at doing a tent, and he was just sort of like, yeah, they need to get more tents to rent out and stuff like that. So I said, to be honest, then why don't I can do a fundraiser and donate a tent to PD? And he was like, oh, if you did that, he goes, the first time you do it, it says we'll find a brand new player who you found, and they will get that tent for free for the first event. It's like, excellent. That's really cool. So
more people in the field.
Yeah, so you go for your first event, get the whole thing. Yeah, get 15 quid off with my code, obviously.
Or mine, either one.
I don't know who you are. You don't who are you? Why are you here? So yeah, there's loads of stuff like that. So keep in mind, any price Digby tells you, add 20 quid to come to the actual price he pays, rather than the price he tells you, and he knows I'm watching.
That is... it's more accurate than I would like to admit.
Yeah, definitely.
However, that actually was 45 quid.
That's really nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, Sutler Store's very, very good. I mean, I bought a reasonable amount of kit from Sutler Stores. Because they do the stuff that I need them to do, and it's accurate enough that I'm comfortable enough to do. I mean, also it helps that I've got mates in the living history world who will sell me a full portable Underwood typewriter for £20 with new ribbon.
Wow.
So I've been knocking up for the Oasis game that I'm going to, the game set in 33. I've been knocking up like letters and stuff for my archaeologist to be carrying around. I'm in the market for a gramophone, so that I can basically, when I set up at Oasis, I'm not going to go to the bar. I'm just going to be sat in my tent, typing up my
with a nice gin and tonic, a little bit of music playing.
Well, I'm typing a fucking thesis for my character for the Oasis, because obviously it's an island that rises from the sea every 129 years. So I've written a letter from the British Museum to myself, making myself the designated representative of the British Museum for this trip. And
you don't do anything by half, do you?
No, I don't. I don't do anything by halves. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. I mean, I've got this is this small pack is a full 1930s archaeologist's kit, right? So I have a book on archaeology. I've got a magnifying glass. I've got vials that allow me to take samples. I've got a ruler that allows me to measure things for crates to be shipped back to the British Museum. I've got string so that I can, mark up things. I've got a toothbrush so I can clear away the dead ground. We'll ignore what those are. I've got special blasting sticks if I need to get to something like way below the ground. I've got loads of shit.
That's amazing.
I've got actual archaeologist's tools, right?
That's so cool. Interaction.
One of the other things that I need to carry is the I've got a ticket. I've got here we go. I did myself a British Steamship Co. ticket and travel warrant. So it's an actual steamship ticket.
Wow, that's very cool. That is so cool.
I carry paper. I mean, you saw my contracts at E1. Like,
yes,
I carry
did, yeah.
paperwork appropriate for my characters. For my own. It helps me work out who my character is by virtue of the letters that they're carrying and the paperwork that they've got.
Yeah.
And I'm taking my typewriter to the Oasis with me, and I'll set it up and be bashing away while everyone else is getting drunk in the tavern. I'll be bashing away at my tent, listening to 1920s dance music on the gramophone that I'm going to acquire, which I still need to acquire.
That's awesome. That's very, very cool. So, going back to Dolly's question. Yeah, I know, Pat. I heard that as well.
Yeah, I lost gloss over my phrasing. I realised immediately it was a bad piece of phrasing.
So, interaction with the people. You are as in character as you want to be. So, when they call time in, everyone is in character till like 1 a.m., and then you go time-ish. If you are struggling with like social anxieties and things like that, basically go sit at your tent. Just go sit by a fire or go for a wander or something like that just to get away. That's what a lot of people do. That's what I do. So normally at like between 6 and 8 o'clock on a Saturday, I will absolutely crash. I will just crash.
Ignore this. I'm making sure that you can see me, because I realised that because of the low light in here, I was getting redder and redder and redder, and I was beginning to resemble a human beetroot. So I needed to put some lights on, so I'm no longer a human beetroot anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, it's it's basically if you want to be in character, you're in character. If you're struggling or anything like that, or you just don't want to talk to people, just go sit by a fire, go lie down in your tent, go back to your OC tent, or anything like that. It's completely up to you. You don't owe people roleplay. So,
I actually ended up having a nap at E1 on the Saturday because my social battery was drained through doing all of the politicking and talking and everything. So I literally wandered back to my tent about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, laid down, had a small nap, woke up at 6, and then went out and started politicking again. And if you need to do that, no one will judge you for doing it. It is really helpful if you need to.
Yeah.
To take that time and to do it. Because no one will be like, "Where were you? You needed to do this thing." They'll be like, "Where were you? I was just taking a couple of minutes." Okay, fine.
Yeah, no one will say
What do you need to do?
it. Does, no one it won't even register. But yeah, we got Ryan and Pat bashing away in your tent. So that you need to get that put on a t-shirt or something. Are we just ignoring? He mentioned blasting things in his list, or did I misunderstand? No, that was definitely there. Yep, blasting charges, excellent.
So what they are is my next door neighbour had a load of these black cat banger things that he just gave me a pack of them because he's like, I've got loads of them, take some. So what these are is 3 of them covered in red electrical tape.
Nice.
So these are my sticks of dynamite, which are purely for display purposes only, unless I really want to kind of test them. At which point they will be placed in the ground, and I will retire the required amount of distance. Particularly
Excellent.
considering that I don't necessarily know that they'll actually work.
Yeah, I did.
You can blame Pete for that, sweetie. Pete gave me the box.
I did. I had some of the little bangers and that you could get in from France and stuff when I was younger. And me and a friend, we'd dig a little hole and we'd put them in and just a tiny little crater.
Genuinely think that's what these are.
Yeah, we put one in a milk bottle.
Oh God,
because we were dumb. We were
shrapnel
dumb
everywhere, I imagine.
Yeah, and we were stood 10 feet away from it, and thankfully nothing hit us. But when you're realizing that all this glass is flying past you, and it's like that wasn't good. We shouldn't have done that.
It's like the within 0.1 seconds of the explosion that your brain goes, that was a silly idea, and I've waited till now to teach you a lesson to tell you that.
Yes, basically. The convincing of Emily has begun. Excellent,
Good.
Dolly. Excellent. If I can help in any way, give us a shout, because I'm more than happy to talk people into coming to Empire. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I know someone who's coming to E3, and all she wants to do is knit. That's all she wants. She's going to sit down. She's going to be at the tent, and she's going to sit down by a fire. She's going to knit and read. That's all she wants to do. So that's what she's doing.
If that's what you want to do, then go for
Yeah,
it.
her husband is there to play, and he's going to be doing all the stuff. But she just wants to be supportive, spend time with him, and sit down, knit, and read. And it's just like
she's probably going to be more well connected than most of us by the beginning of V1 next year, right? Because she's going to sit down and knit and overhear people talking about stuff.
She knits.
Be able to information broker.
She knitted Bob for me.
Oh wow!
So she made Bob as well. Even the little toesies.
That's amazing.
And that so she's made Bob, and she's also made like the party potato as well.
I've heard tell of the party potato.
The party potato. So yeah, the party potato is an actual in character thing where me and Trot basically I wrote a bit of a story because we'd always talked about what do we get up to when we're away from the field? What sort of shenanigans do we get up to? And he's always has this thing done in his farm that makes everything, in his words, makes everything bigger. So I wrote a little story.
I had that same ritual done on mine, which is why I wasn't at E2, because my story is that I had I've got maybe 5 sheep that survived the giant cataclysm out of a herd of 500. Those 5 sheep are now 3 stories tall.
Yeah, we had the similar sort of thing. So she needs to spend time with me as I'm annoying as fornication. Yeah, she doesn't have to. She does whatever she wants.
In a completely different nation, doing something completely different.
I know one couple. They are both in separate nations, and they do completely different games. They only meet up when it's bedtime, and then so that's it. But yeah, so I wrote this story of we were at his farm, and we were by the fire, and we got blackout drunk, and we woke up because we were still. We woke up because something was moving around us, and we didn't know what it was. and basically something came at us and we hid up a tree, and then Bron came and found us, and we said something's out there, so we got armed up, went looking for it, and it was a giant cow. Basically, that was the story. And then we basically decided we're going to do some drugs now, in character drugs, I will add. And so we decided we're going to do some in character drugs now, so we did. And the conversation became, what are we going to do with the giant cow? There's loads of milk and loads of food and stuff like that. It's like, yeah. Oh, there'll be like giant birds as well. It's like everything's just a lot bigger. And then we like, there's going to be giant spiders. It's like, oh no. It's like, no one likes spiders. It's like, they're going to take over. They'll take over the farm. They'll do this. They're going to take over the empire. You go, these giant spiders are going to take over the empire. What should we do? Let's burn your farm to the ground and salt the earth.
Yeah, that's the logical progression of ideas.
So that's what we did. So in Grimm's diary, there's actually a page that's just like a little bit of ash and it's all burnt, because it's just sort of like, today we burnt my farm down. and the only survivor that came from it was one giant potato, which I actually had made. So it was a LARP safe giant potato that Chris still has, and we got it hallowed as well, and it became it was hallowed with pride. So you loved everything you got, and then it got dubbed the party potato.
Christ. Okay.
It's still there. It's perfect.
A hallowed artifact of the Empire, the party potato.
Yep.
Love
It actually, unfortunately, that was like the beginning of the end, because PD that encouraged a lot of people to get stupid stuff hallowed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And now PD don't.
probably...
They're PD have banned it. Essentially, it's like,
Yeah.
no, we're not doing that. You know, you're not doing that. And that's so the party potato, and it's a big thing. So I've got a few of them, but she also knits like roses and flowers as well. So in Dawn, it's a big, the flowers are a big thing, and she's going to make an absolute fortune out of it all. So if she likes, she can monster and stab you to death. Yeah, Dolly's, she can monster and just beat the shit out of you if she wants. That's fine too. That's a good time for everyone there. No Dawn talk. Oh dear.
Arthur Scargill will strike.
Oh, see that would be so much fun. But yeah, that was where it all came from, and it was absolutely wonderful. So absolutely love that. So the party potato was a big thing, and they used to get passed around the fire and stuff like that when people were telling stories. So if it was your turn to tell a story, you held on to it, and you would tell something really good about yourself. And it's these sorts of things are really good for people who have social anxieties as well, because it makes you really proud of yourself. It's like, well, my character would tell this story, so I've got to tell this story. You sort of push yourself into doing it, and it's really nice. It's wonderful to see people who can't really do. It's like, well, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get involved too much, and then all of a sudden they're holding a potato, and they're going, well, I've got to do this now, and it's so good. What was the potential tagline for the Hefty EMU? Hefty Yeti, kill your friends. Yeah, that's basically it. I need to email PD to see if I can get a Hefty Yeti EMU for for each day, and that because I mean each nation has them. Some nations have 3, but it's like some people might not want to do that, and they might just want to, if they come up with something else, then why not? I think if it encourages people to monster, I mean, there's no real
Elite monstering unit.
Yeah.
Biscuit. So monsters that are slightly hardier than your standard, like bog standard barbarian / renegade / orc.
Yeah, and basically and you get a bit more fun things to do in the battle, and that. So, but I don't really fight with the EMU. I just turn up and do. I like to be random orc with a flowery name that stands over there.
Random orc number 6.
Yeah, and that so.
The only battle that I've monstered so far, I ended up in a unit literally called the Badgers, which was serendipitous in the extreme, because that's what we called the group when we were playing Anti-Stasi Arma 3, and the thing that made kind of Womble made a group, made a video, several videos about our Anti-Stasi bullshit that we were doing. And the group in that was called the Badgers. So turning up and basically being part of a monstering unit called the Badgers was like, what? There's some sort of cosmic irony at play here.
Yeah, that is a group of marchers, that one.
Is it?
That's a group of marchers who are also called, they have the Badgers in there as well. So that's where that all comes from. So they're really good, though. Excuse me.
There was also the League of Jason. And you could tell where they were on the field because they were just all yelling, Jason! Every, 30 seconds. And it was like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
So yeah, when you monster, some people take it really, really seriously, and they're there to get stuck in and all of that.
Some people don't.
And I really don't. I've never done it. So me and a friend in the Lavar called Matt, when we monster together, we always play an orc couple, and we have flowery names for each other, and when one of us dies, the other person just screams and doesn't know what's going on. They will just go charging off in to get involved and then immediately die themselves. It doesn't matter what's happened. So we did one battle. It was so good. An arrow, literally a volley of arrows came over, and Matt was stood there, and the arrow just hit him, and he died. He just went down dead. And we hadn't even had the initial engagement yet. The people were still moaning, and I was just looking at him, and he was just like, go on then. And I was like, shit. So there's an entire line of orcs on the field, and all the nations are still there. And I just went running off on my own. I went charging. And I got absolutely mullered. Absolutely had the shit kicked out of me.
No,
it was so good.
One orc charging a line of 800 players, right? They're all just going to wail on you.
Yeah, screaming, Petal, no! It was so good. It was so good. And people were just like, what the fuck is going on? And I sort of come wandering back, and then me and Matt just sort of walked off to the respawn point. And they're just like, we don't understand. So we're sure there's story here, but yeah.
Well, I had a when obviously we were monstering, and 7 times Dawn tried to take a breach, and 7 times there were orcs standing in the way.
Yeah.
Not budging. That was my unit. That was in that gap there. And we got to the point whereby we were just sort of standing 10 feet looking from each other, glaring, a line of orcs glaring at a line of Dornish, and I spotted someone in full plate armor, and I literally pointed at them in the line and went, take your armor off and fight me properly. And they yelled something back that sounded like, because it was a full face helmet. I couldn't understand what they said. So my response was, you wouldn't be saying that if you weren't a walking tin can. And then the fight happened, and they fucking destroyed me. But that player had a nice thing through, they killed the mouthy orc.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they always do. It's when I monster, I enjoy finding people I know and giving them a bit more fun. So if I see some friends like Kit or something, or Justin, and they're doing something fun stuff, I'll be sure to hit them in the balls for a start with something, and then I've been known to rugby tackle them on occasion because I know they're okay with it, and they've done the same thing to me. and things like that, and it's so much fun to give people these awesome kills and that. So I think the worst, apart from having that woman with the full gauntlet on punch me in the face, which was just, I'm glad her character died. That's all I can say. Yeah, that was she was sat there crying. I know I've told this story a lot. But it kind of, it still annoys me a bit now. And she was there behind them, and I was just crying. So you're there going, are you alright? And she was just like, no, I've spent a fortune on all of this armour. It's my first event and all of this sort of stuff. And I was just like, okay. I said, this is what we're going to do. Hey, Tiny, how you doing? How's your head this morning? Are you alright? But then again, Tony's a massive lightweight and can't handle his drink at all. But it was a good night. It was a good day yesterday. I had a lot of fun, and she was just like, I've bought brand new first event. I've spent all this money on this kit, all this armor, and we were like, okay, that's fine. It's fine. We'll get you. Don't worry about it. This is what we'll do. So we picked her up and we just said, we're going to hold you over here, turn around, pretend to punch me in the face, and then you can go running off to your line. And she was like, oh, okay, thank you. I heard 1 pint did him in. It was the smell when he got into the pub. That's what did him in. So she turned around, but she didn't pretend to punch me in the face.
It wasn't a stage punch.
It was a full steel gauntlet right here. My bottom lip just exploded, and I'd literally have blood pouring down my face. And and she ran about 30 feet before the other orcs who saw her knew that I was going to let her go, and they were all right with it. Saw her do that. No, they ran, hacked her down, and then dragged her and put her behind a tree and left her to bleed out.
Yeah.
I was just like, good.
We've given you the opportunity to redeem yourself. You've actually punched me in the face. That offer has now been rescinded.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. That was because I had to go to the medical tent and they cleaned me up. They cleaned me up. Well, I did it afterwards. So I had this dried my beard, not as long as it is now. So it's just all of this dried, matted blood. So they cleaned up, and then they shaved this part of the beard down here just to clean it all out and everything. So it was just like, I got home and that was all shaved off after that. But yeah, it's all stories though, isn't it? It's all about the fun and the stories you get to tell. I was good. Firefighting was great. No hangovers for me. Excellent.
Your free trial of continuing to live has expired. Yes.
Yeah, basically, it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. But yeah, I need to do more monstering. I think to give those sorts of less punch in the face, more fun role play and throwing yourselves around. Yeah. The other thing I don't recommend if you monster is to fight kids because they're evil.
Yeah.
There was a group of...
I've heard this. Yeah.
There was a group of eight or something Dornish kids who had just passed their citizenship test, and they're all stood at the end of a line looking very nervous here and stuff like that. And as he going, I'm going to charge them, they'll be easy. Like, nope. Shield in the face, panel beaten on the floor. I'm amazed they didn't hold the shields and just start hitting me with the shields when I'm lying there. And that was it.
This is the thing at Flying Lead. There are 3 children who come to Flying Lead, and they're easily the most dangerous people on that field because they just have no. They will literally shank you over $3. Like they have no qualms whatsoever.
No. The kid. I mean, it's like my daughter was at E2, and she's richer than me now. She's richer. She's so rich. It's unbelievable. She literally just walked around, did everything, but she's really generous with it. So there were people in the library saying, "Oh, we need this book, we need that book." So she was going and buying it for them, just to go, "There you go, have that."
Good.
So yeah, we did the
using it well for good rather than evil, which is good.
Yeah, which I'm shocked and disappointed in. I expected so much. But yeah, we did her a little scavenger hunt as well, where we basically gave her like 3 questions from each nation, expecting her to take her like most of the weekend to get done. It was like 2 hours. She had it all done. She knocked it out of the park. And I haven't read her answers yet. I was decided, I might do a little YouTube video on her answers that she's done. But apparently some of the answers in there are quite heretical.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't read it yet. I've got her little book here. So she's got this little book, and she's absolutely flying. She's done so. I mean, if you put her to work for you that you need stuff done, she'll just get it done. She does. Nice. She is so confident. She'll just go up to anybody at any time and just get whatever it is that just do it.
General Secretary of the Windsor Mart Farmers Union, I think.
Yeah, she'd love it. Oh, she absolutely loved it. I mean, she was coming out to me today to say It's like, well, when's the next event and everything, because it literally is. She breaks up from school, and then it's the week
Next
after.
weekend, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the weekend after. That's it. She's done. So I think everybody's going to be there on the Thursday, which is going to be
Thursday's good because it's nice to have a day just to like. I mean, obviously for E1 for me it was I got to get shopping, and I got to buy things before they all go.
Yeah.
Nice to relax on the Thursday this time.
Yeah, that's the big thing. I think a lot of people need that. I mean, I like the social aspect of it. I like to watch Smith get shit-faced because, yeah, he just has so much cider and he just can't handle it. For a guy that big as well, you would have thought he would have been able to drink a bit better than he does. But no, not really. But it's so good just to sit down and just chill out, have the fire going, and everyone's just sat there chatting, and there's no pressure, there's no game, and all you've got to do is on the Friday is get up, maybe a little bit more shopping, and then get your kit on. That's it, you're done.
Yeah, get your kit on about.
Yeah, getting shit-faced on the Thursday was the best way to
six-ish.
start from it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, timing is at 6, and I think the last event I put my kit on at about 5:30. It was like gradual throughout the day. A reminder to Digby, we have cleaning to do.
Yeah, we do. I got to go and hoover.
Yeah, I need. Yeah. But
We are over time again, aren't we?
yes, pretty much. Yeah, it's.
We make a habit of this.
But they're good chats though, and I like doing these sorts of things because we get everybody involved,
Yes.
and chat's wonderful and stuff, and everyone who's paid into getting this finished. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's wonderful. I always say to people that LARPers are really good people.
Yeah.
And you get people who turn up and you do stuff like this, and everybody wants to help everybody, and everyone's really nice, really kind. And I just want to help.
The reason that LARP is very rapidly replacing living history is my main hobby. It's only because everyone there is in it for a collegiate spirit of getting a good event and helping everyone basically do everything they need to do. Whereas living history is very much like, this is the group. We don't interact with anyone outside of the group. The group is living history is very insular in comparison, and fundamentally it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? You're standing in a field wearing a silly costume. But LARP has the self-awareness to realise that, and so no one has massive well, okay, there are massive egos, but it's not as bad as living history. Living history is very much like, our group is better than yours, and we're going to very, very unsubtly let you know that. Whereas LARP, it's like, yeah, fuck it, come along, sit around our fire, have a chat.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
It's
such a nice,
so
welcoming
it's
community.
so inclusive, and when people do fuck up, it's either you learn from this or get the fuck out, basically.
But yeah, it's so egregious that it's not tolerated, and you're off ski.
Yeah, so it's all good. Sad I'm working E3, so you can only really make the battles before going to work. Oh, that sucks, Pat. But at least you get to be there for a little bit and see everyone. And Empire's the best community I've ever been part of. Yeah, definitely, Joel. LARPers are so welcome, it's always lovely. And then there's me. Just a cunt. An absolute...
No, you're brilliant. Well, I wouldn't be involved in the hobby if it weren't for you. So
No, I still need to try to talk Casual into coming.
yes.
So
I have Dr. Clark may be coming, if only because I have bought him a ticket.
Oh.
So he hasn't got a choice. I've literally given him like 75 quid and said, "You're coming to a LARP event, aren't you?" I'm just waiting for him to finish his move, and then we can have a conversation with him.
Yeah, give us a shout. I'm happy to talk to anybody really, but we need to sort out the chat between Esme and her brother.
Yes.
As well, so we can do the character stuff.
Get the actual character stuff sorted out.
Yeah. Last time you two streamed, you both convinced me to join, so thanks for the push I needed. Love my first event.
Good. Glad.
So Pat's gonna be missed, but he's got to go shout at planes. So, but yeah, I think we should do this after E3 again.
Yes, yeah, I agree. Like, we can have the conversation about how either I died in a spectacular blaze of glory because the Dunnings got tired of me shit stirring, or I'm now the richest farmer in the history of the fucking universe.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that sentiment, my friend. I'm abusing this power to permit that. Yeah, but it's Mark. Everything Mark's fine. But yeah, we'll do. We'll fight. We'll get an update on everything's gone on. I mean, I'll get to talk about my new character.
Yeah,
as
be
well.
Good. I'd be interested to see. We could do a. How was your first event as your new?
I know.
It will effectively be a first event for you because it's been 6 years since you last had one.
9. Yeah, 9.
9 years. There we go. So you'll be first eventing.
Yeah, so that's going to be a shock for the system, that's for sure. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'll try to use my powers for good this time round. I'm going to play quite a clean-cut person this time.
That won't last.
No, I'll give it till Saturday. So, but yeah, so everyone in chat, thank you so much for coming along and watching all this. Go and check out Scroll and Dagger as well, because I think episode 28 is when I join it. An angry dwarf called Abney and stuff. They're actually coming on the stream on Monday to talk about it all.
Okay.
So yeah, they're really, really good. So I've had Gina on before, and she comes to Empire as well. So she's wonderful as well. But yeah, it's all been God, I fucking love this hobby way too much. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy, but
it's a good hobby to have.
Oh,
like,
there
are worse hobbies to have.
And there's cocaine as well. So just don't do the things. But yeah, it's I think yeah. But thanks everyone for watching. Matt, thanks so much for coming on again and just
no problem.
Chill, chat, laugh, and all of that. And lovely to see you too. Have a great weekend, or have a great week, everyone who's watching.
Yes.
Great weekend. Enjoy. I think it's meant to be nice weather this weekend, isn't it? So
I'm hoping so. I'm supposed to be barbecuing tomorrow, so
yes,
sunny, please.
Yeah, I think we're going. Helen's making some homebrew mead.
Ooh.
So I think we're going to a homebrew shop tomorrow.
Yeah, we are literally wrapping up right now. Yeah.
He's in trouble.
Good.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. See, that's end it on a high like that. That was really wholesome and lovely. That was. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for coming along and doing. Messi is a big deal.
Yes, I agree. Messi is a big deal.
Yeah, so thanks everyone.
She's not here to dispute it either. So Messi is a big deal.
Messi is a big deal. Definitely. So yeah, so thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Matt for coming on.
No problem.
I'll see everybody on Monday. Come watch, ask questions, and it's all D&D things. This one, I've never played D&D in my life, so
D&D's good.
Yeah, we'll have to do that.
It's good fun.
And then I think next week is when I'm planning on putting out announcing all the Aliens charity thing and stuff. So we get some people in for that, and I might have a chat with you about how you do your promo stuff to build up your campaigns and stuff that you do for Armour.
Yes.
So see if I'll get something like that sorted and make some bits and bobs. I'm going to spend all my weekend writing some stuff down for it, coming up with ideas, planning a campaign. But thankfully, it's relatively straightforward anyway, and stuff.
With a massive aliens nerd like you should be able to knock it together pretty quick, right?
Oh, I've already got a plan. Yeah, I've already got a plan.
There.
It just needs to get that sorted. But I'm going to message a load of people to see if I can see how many people I can get to come on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, all for charity anyway. So, but still, anyway. Chat, take care. See you all soon.
Bye, chat.
And love you all. Stay safe. Bye bye.